Hello everybody, VikingsMan18 here, ready to start a new playthrough. Now that the main portion of The Godfather has been completed, I am ready to start the newest game release that I have purchased, I guess you can say. That is Sly Cooper, Thieves in Time. As I said in the opening, the unboxing video, if you haven't watched it yet, this is the 4th installment of the series, but since it's not Sucker Punch made, it was made by Sanzaru Games. I'm guessing they decided to leave the number 4 out of the title, but that's just me speculating. I don't know if that's the truth or not. But it does follow the same chronological events of what the first 3 games were, and this happens directly after the end of the 3rd game, which is amazing. And I guess that's really the only thing you need to know. Oh, I did play this for about an hour to get used to the controls and the feel of the game again, but after that I deleted the save file, and I'm going to start a whole fresh new game right now with you guys, so let's get started. Okay, let me just make sure I deleted it. Okay, there is no save data. Let's go to options, game, subtitles on, that's good. New game. Create new save data, yes. You guys have no idea how excited I am about this game. Do you want the full story? Yes or no? Since I don't know if you guys have played the original 3, I'm going to hit yes to give you guys the backstory. As I said, I was a huge fanatic of this game series when it came out years ago on PS2. Sly 1, 2, and 3 that is, and when I heard they were making a 4th one, I freaked out in happiness. And now it's finally out. I'll be quiet during this, guys.
I should probably just start at the beginning. The name's Sly. Sly Cooper, and I'm a thief. From a long line of thieves. In fact, thieving is the family business. And business was good. Although, until recently, I considered myself retired. Having hung up my mask and cane, I was enjoying life on the other side of the law. In the company of a certain lovely Interpol agent named Carmelita Fox. She and I had a history, which generally involved her trying to lock me up. So, I should mention our current situation was only possible because she thought I had amnesia. I didn't. It was great to finally enjoy each other's company without a shock pistol being involved, and we quickly put the past behind us. But as time went on, the old itch came back, and I knew I needed to pull a heist. I should also mention that as a master thief, I only steal from other thieves. So it took me a while, but I finally found what I was looking for. My target was an upstart art mogul, a real hotshot collector. He seemed respectable, had even opened a new museum. But I could smell a rat. Reliable sources told me he was dealing in black market antiques worth millions. So I felt he should share the wealth. I was working on a plan when one night, as if on cue, Bentley showed up. Bentley was the brains of our operation, the mastermind. We grew up in the same orphanage where we bonded over stealing cookies, our very first heist. And we've been best friends and partners ever since. We hadn't seen each other for a while, but I knew immediately that something was up. Bentley had been enjoying his time off too, building a new lab from scratch with his girlfriend and fellow tech whiz, Penelope. She had joined the team on our last caper, and the two of them had really hit it off. Apparently, they just finished work on a top-secret project when Penelope had simply vanished. Bentley was worried sick. He searched frantically but found nothing. Then, he noticed something that completely stunned him. In his spare time, Bentley had been researching the Thievius Raccoonus, the Master Thief's handbook passed down through the Cooper family for generations. Its pages overflowing with the exploits and secret techniques of my esteemed ancestors. Only now, those pages weren't so full. In fact, they were disappearing right before Bentley's eyes. Realizing there was no time to waste, he gathered his gear and raced off to Paris. The first thing Bentley did was track down Murray, the third in our trio. Murray was our enforcer, the muscle, and the guy who'd eaten all the cookies we stole back in our orphanage days. Through the years, the three of us had become an unbeatable team, and we were more like a family now than a gang. Murray had been living his dream on the pro driving circuit, where his van had become famous, or rather, infamous, for all the crashes he'd caused. Eventually, he was unable to find a sponsor due to his high insurance premiums, and he moved into Demolition Derby, where he remained undefeated. When Bentley showed up, however, Murray dropped everything to help out. Especially when Bentley explained that his van was the key to the whole plan. With Carmelita distracted by a new assignment, I took the opportunity to slip away and met up with the guys at our old Paris hideout. Bentley launched into one of his elaborate presentations, and I saw the whole scary picture. Someone, or something, was literally erasing Cooper history. Then, to our amazement, Bentley revealed that he already had the solution: time travel. It turns out his top secret project was constructing a time machine. And now he modified the design to fit into Murray's van. We were going to travel back in time, stop those responsible, and fix the damage they'd done. Bentley explained the only catch was that in order to travel to a particular time, the machine required an object from that era. We knew from the changes to the Thieves Raccoonus that our first stop was feudal Japan. So here we were, about to steal a priceless 17th century samurai dagger from the same museum I'd been casing. Funny how things work out sometimes.
Okay. Sort of a lengthy introduction, but it gives you guys a good backstory. So we are going to be time traveling to try to recover the stolen text of the Thieves Raccoonus.
Okay, you both remember the plan, right?
Of course! My mind is like a steel cap!
That's trap, big guy. And everybody relax. We've been over it 1,000,000 times. What could possibly go wrong?
Famous last words. Look, we're only gonna get one shot at this, so we can't mess up.
All right, no messing up allowed. Now stop worrying. This is gonna be a piece of cake. I'll see you both inside. Now let's get going.
Okay, the icon to the left, yada yada yada, it's saving, okay. Let's make sure my option's saved. Yep, I always turn the brightness up a little bit so it's easier for people who are watching the playthrough to see. Okay. Like I was saying, to explain a little bit more, the Thieves Raccoonus was that book they were showing. Sly Cooper, which is this character right here, his whole ancestry is a whole bunch of like thieves, but they're good thieves, meaning they only steal from other thieves, I guess you can say. And basically every time they learned something in their past, they would write it in the book so the future generations can learn from it, and now the text is disappearing for some reason. So we gotta travel back in time to figure out why. Uh-oh.
Careful, Sly. Those security choppers are bad news.
And I can see why they gave you the option.
I don't have to mention you can jump using the X button.
Oh, yeah. I stopped mid-sentence to hear him say I can jump with the X button. Yes, I know that.
Double jump. Just jump, then press the X button.
Yeah, and like I was saying, I can see why they gave you the option to
Just another one of mine.
skip the intro. That's a lengthy intro. It's more for people who don't know the background of the game. I obviously already know it, but I played it anyway so that you guys can catch up. Sly Cooper was my generation. Always collect coins.
If you find the need to adjust your perspective on
perfect for peeking around corners.
Press the circle button while jumping to interact.
Wee. Sorry.
I remember. That's how I pull off.
Waiting for the searchlight to go away.
Avoid those choppers, Sly. If they see you now, we're busted.
I think I can handle that.
Do 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 do. Oh my God! Look at Murray.
Hey Bentley, was truck surfing part of Murray's entrance strategy?
Of course not. Murray's approach route is through the back alleys. Why do you ask?
No reason. Anyway, it looks like he's in position now.
That was funny.
Make sure you stay on these cables, Sly. You can't risk going down to street level right now.
Not a problem, Bentley. A good thief prefers to stay above the action anyway.
Yeah, like they said in the intro too, Sly's girlfriend, Carmelita, was a cop. And at the end of the third game, like throughout the whole series, she's trying to chase him to arrest him, but Sly always liked her. Ooh. And at the end of the third game, Sly fakes like he has amnesia, like he doesn't remember who he is so that he can date her. But she doesn't know that. She thinks he has real amnesia. And that's where the third game left off. He was taking a break from being a thief to be with her, and now he has the, like he said in the intro, the itch to come back. It'll probably be a little bit harder for people who've never played the series to understand since this is the fourth, but for people who have played it, they'll understand. Hey look, there's Murray. Sorry.
Security is getting tougher, Sly. Steer clear of the guards and lights. Avoid sprinting around the guards, too. They'll hear your footsteps.
I'll be a ghost, I promise.
Okay guys, I'm actually going to split the first part right here.